I'm watching The Wizard of Oz, and I'm noticing that the Munchkin part is probably the best part of the entire movie, and they're celebrating a death of a wicked person. Now, could you imagine what would happen now if we celebrated the death of a wicked person? We will probably go to jail, or someone would say they're not wicked. They welcomed Dorothy because she killed the Wicked Witch. So they're actually welcoming a murderer to their city. Movie is very unique in which you welcome a murderer of a wicked person into your city or country, whatever, and you celebrate and dance, and you don't you don't try them for anything. I think like the comedy and the dancing and the theatrics of that entire Wizard of Oz, like in the Munchkin area or Munchkin scene, is just phenomenal. It was just like very creative. The costumes, the acting, the dancing, the singing. It's probably the highlight of the entire movie. Um, and it was, and there's a ton of extras, like people that play in an extra, and they're all munchkins or dwarfs or midgets, whatever you would call them. The M word is probably not the best one to use, but they did use and hire little people to do the job, and I thought it's pretty unique. And every costume that they have is fantastic. I think they really did a really good job in this movie. It's just that the message is not aging well, but they try to correct it in the movie Wicked. But Wicked is not as good as a movie as The Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz is still timeless and classic, and it's just miles ahead of Wicked. That goes to show that if you have a horrible message, but you can do it in a way that's so phenomenal, that message will live on forever, regardless of it being correct or not. And the movie is pretty damn interesting, and I think for sure it's got to be an A tier movie. Just the creativity and the attention to detail in this movie is just phenomenal. Something you might not know about The Wizard of Oz is that the backgrounds are huge canvases that they painted. And in Hollywood, they had a store that actually had those painted canvases. But how do you even buy that for your home? Those canvases are humongous, and that's what created the backgrounds. And the backgrounds are actually hand painted. That's pretty damn awesome, if you ask me. I'm watching it on this DVD, and it's just a regular DVD, and it looks phenomenal. I can't imagine how this would look in 4K. This is probably one of those movies that you actually buy in 4K and see just how great you can actually see this movie, because the the colors are very bright and just amazing. The art, the thing I did notice is that this movie is very white and European, and it made me want to look up more white movies, like movies made in Norway, and check those out, because this movie is not that diverse. So when people had the chance to make movies without diversity, they're kind of like free in their own space, and they feel comfort in their own space, and they can say whatever they want. So this movie is kind of like a glimpse inside the mind of people that are comfortable in their own space, and it's pretty damn nice if you think about it. This movie is a musical, but it actually doesn't feel like a musical, and every song is so damn good and so iconic. I don't think there's one bad song in here. And the main song, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, is actually very good. So, the new Wicked feels like a musical, like an intended musical. This movie does not feel like an intended musical, but it actually is a musical, but it doesn't feel that way. So that's something to be admired. So I would say I would definitely recommend this in like 4K and put it in your collection because the colors are just great, the music is great, and the acting is phenomenal, and it's just everything about it is pretty damn good.